Hello, I'm Barry John. Welcome back to Descent 2. I have a pair of hostages in the back, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
It's Leylight. I'm trapped. Oh no.
I'm Speedball. I'm tied up right next to Leylight.
Well, welcome to World 2 Quartz On. New robots, new terrain, new challenges, new weapons, eventually.
Wow, that's a lot of polygons
missile.
on that guy.
Yeah.
Remember, this is 1996. I mean, there's, 3 dozen polygons on that?
Yeah, look at all those textures. Amazing.
Oh, by the way, not a deadly foe.
Fox attack.
Articulating arms. Incredible. We're living in the future.
And a blinking eye. Look at that.
Yeah, I think it's blinking in time with the engine exhaust on the back. But honestly, not that big of a threat.
It just says moderate. I guess that's alright.
It looks like a 3D version of a Space Invader.
Yep. But right off the bat, plenty of energy to go around, refills for the Gauss cannon.
They had a new door model, too. They're really pulling out all the stops.
That's a pretty cool
neat.
door.
Alright. Yeah, let's just get rid of that guy.
Oh, trust me, didn't get rid of that guy at all. But welcome to abuse of the...
guided missile. I'm sorry.
Of the guided missile. Yep.
I thought you were flying into the guy for a...
This guy doesn't really seem as aggressive as some of the other bots, but I saw that they still spawned those mini guys. You'd think you'd want the splash damage for them. Blow them all up. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Oh, yeah. But, so, behold... Oh, crap!
Well, looks like our friend hasn't gone anywhere.
Nope. But fortunately, he's trapped himself. Down here is a... Wait, no, this is not the, Shoot, okay. You know what? Chasing the thief bot without a plan is a bad idea.
Yeah, you'll just get yourself in trouble. Bide your time and wait for him to come back to you.
Yeah. So, Quartz On. Once I stop getting eaten alive by my own shots here. It has a gimmick. It has water all over the place.
And it obeys gravity.
Yep. Well, see how it flows down? And for those of you sitting at home, I highly recommend that you actually watch the non-commentated version of this video, because you can hear when I'm close to the water, nothing else is going on. The background music starts to go away, and you can hear the water flow.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a tiled animated texture, but it looks neat, and that helps.
Yeah.
So, this will become a little bit more obvious as the video goes on, but these World 2 mines are way bigger than the World 1 mines. It's really easy to get lost in them, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's still a decent number of landmarks around, but you really have to figure out where you're going, because you can just get winding down all these side passages. Oh, man! There goes the Gauss cannon.
The thief bot found me even though I was cloaked.
Well, you were still firing, weren't you?
I might have been, but...
I mean, I'm assuming that the thief bot knows about all the secret passages and secret doors.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing about the thief bot, is that not only can he open doors, he's aggressive about opening doors.
I mean, he is a garbage collector. Garbage still accumulates in secret rooms. The janitor knows all the places in the facility.
Very true. But, just dragged him, caught him into a corner there, and took him out.
And got your Gauss cannon back.
Yeah. Now, while I was glancing at the map there, you may have noticed a little square on the wall that was in front of me there. Oh, by the way, found the exit. That's the secret exit to the level. Guess what I forget to do?
Uh-oh. Did you have to load an earlier save to correct your mistake?
Nope. I go back. Actually, I get to the secret level on this game at level 8, not here on level 5. So I'm still good.
There's multiple exits to it. Okay, there we go.
But I just want to point out that this is one of that's the exit point. It's one of the longest runs to get to the exit point from the start point in the game.
Yeah, one thing I used to like to do back in the day was when I got to like the red reactor room or something, I'd try and find the exit again and actually just do like a practice flight run from the reactor room to the exit and try and figure out what my route was going to be without the time limit.
Yeah.
Of course, that was really time consuming though, but
yeah.
You know, I was a kid, you know, I had all the time in the world.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, you know, you do that run and you realize, wait a second, there's a secret wall that's not opening up. That must be full of enemies that I'm going to spawn, or, you know, full of enemies that are going to open up once the reactor blows away. So, better lay mines in front of those.
Mines that you lay don't despawn, right?
No, they blow up. Mines don't despawn, period. Until they get blown up.
Right. That's what I meant. They don't disappear after a while after you lay them, so you can not worry about them for... Okay.
I guess this is the first time we've seen an enemy that shoots missiles that actually tries to run away from you a little bit.
Yeah...
In Descent 1, most of the time, the missile guys would just kind of float there and take your shots and rely on their tankiness to survive.
Well, that's part of the whole improved enemy AI in this game. There's the sniper AI, there's like the charging AI, and there's basically an evasion. I think it's this: if the sniper AI is set to the missile bots, they'll fire off missiles and then they'll try to reach minimum distance again before they turn around and fire at you.
So they don't want to fire at you point blank. They'll try and run away to a certain distance and then fire at you.
Mm-hmm. And now, to be fair, I mean, some of these missiles aren't that bad when you're dealing with them in sniper mode, like concussion or flash. But homing missile guys in sniper mode or later missile throwers can be a bit more of a pain.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully those guys aren't zipping around the place quite as fast as those little Class 1 drones were.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so far, at least, you know, we're still early in the game. The claw guys seem to be the only enemies that are outright designed to kill you. Maybe the Lugards too. But everything else is just hassling you, trying to kill you by chip damage.
Yeah. And me just using my headlights there for a second, because... goddamn claw guys everywhere, making me use my Gauss cannon ammo.
Well, I guess you could use your missiles on them, too. That wouldn't trigger the counterattacks either, right?
No. But honestly, like, it's the Gauss cannon. Like, I've got so much extra ammo, it's not even funny.
Yep, the Gauss cannon. When missiles fly too slowly.
Don't worry, that gets fixed.
I like how all of the water is animated to move in the same direction. So it all looks like it's flowing in one direction. There's no...
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they did a... Sorry, I keep interrupting you. My bad.
It occasionally, like, flows into a wall like we see there, but in general, it's all going in one direction.
Yeah, this was something that always bugged me about this game, was it wasn't always consistent about what kind of water you could fly through and what you couldn't, because sometimes they'd have the little hole textures to nicely indicate to the player, hey, you should fly through this, and other times they'd just have that solid texture, and you just have to kind of rub yourself against all of them, or maybe try shooting through them, and see what water you could fly through and what you couldn't.
But, yeah, like, what was I saying here? The water flows in the same direction. They've actually put effort into making it look good.
I can't even think, but I want to say that there was some flight game Or there was a heat system, but if you flew into the water, you'd cool down faster.
That was actually in BattleTech, like MechWarrior 3.
Oh, neat.
Let your mech cool off faster if you were standing in water.
Been a long time since I heard that name.
You mean you don't follow Pop-Tarts' BattleTech thread?
Okay, I guess I'll have to go look for that. Free advertising, folks. Oh, wow. Okay. That spawner was busy while you were gone.
Yep.
I mean, you didn't even need any missiles to clean that up, though. The Gauss Cannon did it all by itself.
Mm-hmm. I do like the layout of this level, though. It's got these independent sections that all back and forth through this one central room.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is, at least the map does kind of tell you what you're doing. It's just that you have to keep track of what all those... Oh, hey, that's a supervisor bot.
Yep. Doesn't drop anything cool, though. It's just, alerting everybody to my presence.
So I guess some claw guys that might not have seen you otherwise did see you then.
Yep. Weapons testing area. Huh. Smart missile. But yeah, I've got 200 energy. I think it's time to pull out the Helix Cannon.
Yeah, you got a nice wide open room. You're pretty well assured of hitting these big targets with most of your spread fire Helix balls there, so why not?
Yeah.
Gotta make those energy pickups mean something.
Yeah, and I just blew through 20 energy over like 15 seconds, so...
Energy well spent.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to figure out this specific secret room here. Just trying to remember how to open it up. If I remember
anyway,
correctly...
but yeah, that thought that I lost earlier. The thing is, since the sections are kind of... The large rooms are spaced away from one another, the map is actually pretty readable compared to if the tunnels were kind of placed too close to one another, like you saw in that one level in Descent 1 where there were all those tunnels. I think it was level 5 or something. Where the tunnels are all just so close to one another that the wireframes all kind of overlapped on themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the improved engine, they were able to, just build bigger levels in general. Oh, right. Keep forgetting about the guy hiding behind there.
Wow, that's mean. But I guess it's another way to kind of hint you in that sometimes you can fly through solid-looking waterfalls like that one.
Developers have loved flying through solid-looking waterfalls ever since they were a concept. I think that goes all the way back to, like, Atari games.
Well, fortunately, in this case, the developers put 4 shield upgrades in that small room there. Basically a case of, yeah, we know you got blindsided. Yeah, here's a recharge for you.
Also a really good use of the missile cam, so we could see what we were shooting at behind the waterfall.
So it's been this long, but we still only have the blue key. We haven't found that yellow key yet.
Or the red key. I think we're still on blue and red, not including yellow yet. Now, that wasn't the best use of a guided missile, but whatever.
Well, you still got to scout a little bit with it.
Yeah. And this is just me just double-checking, making sure I haven't lacked a backtrack at some point.
Yeah, this map is already very big. Lots of wide open spaces, big areas that are far from each other. more spread out than the maps of the last planet.
Yeah, plus there's fewer of those 1 cube wide hallways, too. Now they're starting to move into the flat areas that are like 3 cubes wide, or 2 by 2 cross-sections. Kind of playing with the format a little bit more, making it look more like a cave than a mine.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of the things about this game is, they just keep making these small improvements. And sometimes large improvements. Oh crap.
Well, that cleaned up pretty well, at least 2. I mean, fast firing rate for those little guys.
Yeah, very true there. Oh. Die. Yeah, I don't see how those guys are a moderate threat. Although, to be fair, it's not like, I'm a newbie coming into this game. I've already played through Descent 1, playing through Descent 2.
I guess they do a little tiny bit more damage than the enemies in the first world, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the story changes on Insane Mode when those guys probably fire off like 25 of those shots, but for the time being, they're pretty tame.
Yeah, and seriously, stop with these improved drillers, guys. You're just making my use of the Gauss cannon more blatant.
Yeah, they're fast, like when they want to be.
Well, not just that, I've got 200 energy because the energy weapons simply aren't good enough when these guys will spawn out of nowhere.
Yeah, there does seem to be quite a lot of energy dropping from the new enemies, too. So even though you sometimes break out the plasma cannon or the helix cannon, it's not for the entirety of the level, so you wind up recharging it. Which I guess is well and good.
Sorry, trap sense is tingling. Nope, there we go.
Oh, it was in the hallway this time instead of in the chamber. Sneaky.
Yep. Clip it with a flash missile just to disorient it long enough to get close enough and go, bye-bye.
Yeah, I guess maybe the projectile speed on those guys is also maybe a little bit faster than the equivalent World 1 enemies, but it's still not at the point where it's super difficult to dodge.
Yeah. Yep, okay. Wall sprung up behind me there.
I mean, to be fair, you are taking steady bits of damage throughout the whole area, so they are hitting you. It's just that they're not doing that much damage overall.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just checking things out, making sure I haven't missed anything.
I almost wish that portions of the map were color-coded to match the environment so that it was a little easier to figure out places from context. Uh-oh, yeah, he's blocking... Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Good thing you had room to maneuver there. Jeez.
So he can deflect your shots into plasma, but you can still kill him anyway with energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully, it's not like he's immune to energy. He's just more annoying if you hit him with lasers.
Speedball, your comment about color-coding the maps actually does start showing up in Descent 3.
Oh, interesting.
And one of the factors that I don't really use in this game as much as I should, you can drop waypoint markers.
Oh.
Yep, that's another way of marking your route from the reactor to the exit if you want.
And you can use waypoint markers, because waypoint markers are physically in the game, as I mentioned on the secret level, you can use them to block open doors.
It's probably good for preventing ambush rooms.
Okay, what was I doing? Oh, right, grabbing the cloaking device. I love the fact that the cloaking device timer is now a thing.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, given that they're introducing all these, both of these new enemies in this level, I guess this is really just meant to be a sandbox. Just a big, huge area you fly around in and get absorbed in. Just new things are always around the next corner. Plenty of corners. Oh, neat. So there was actually a little reactor puzzle there.
Mm-hmm. Have to be able to, well, either shoot carefully between the reflectors or find the switch that will turn off the barrier.
Yeah, and the first time you're playing this game, you're not going to know where the switch is immediately, so you have to kind of look around while you're fighting. Or use a guided missile to take a look around. Many solutions to your problems.
Oh, we're getting blinded by the light.
Hey, was that a mega missile over there?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was, and that's... Yep.
Just a free one. Here, have some
still
free
don't-
explosives. Have fun.
But I still don't use it, though.
You might need it for later.
Well, to be fair, this is Descent. Mega missiles will be needed later.
And that's actually a new reactor design, too. They didn't look like this in World 1.
Nope.
Yeah, going more for these might be alien worlds thing, or maybe not. Just,
Yeah, there's actually water flowing down in the reactor, so I guess it's liquid cooled, huh?
Yeah, most reactors are, so yeah.
Alright, so I have a plan, and I realized, wait a second. I came in here, this means that these secret doors opened up. And then, safe spot to hit the reactor from.
Yep, never hurts to start your reactor run just a little tiny bit further ahead.
Self-destruct.
Now, running like a madman.
You have 45 seconds. You might need most of it.
Yep, I'm just trying to remember the best way to get from A to B, and I realize it's go forward, go back up, and around, and then, yep. Just watch how long it takes for me to get to where I need to go.
With the afterburner.
And with the afterburner running. Without the afterburner, there's a very good chance you might not be able to make it.
Especially if you take a wrong turn.
Yep. So that was level 5, Quartzon 1. What do you guys think of our new terrain?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
But I will see you guys all next time in level 6.